Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Mario here, and I'm from the likes of the Mexi Toys videos. Yahoo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games, aka Minigame Mania in Europe, and also made in Wario in Japan for the Game Boy Advance. So, last time we did manage to be able to actually complete the Forms of Jimmy Stage 2 with the Forms of Remakes 1 set of category, and also we did manage to take on Dr. Krygor, and also we did manage to complete Obealon stages, and also we've managed to able to once again unlock the rest of the micro games on their respective stages. So, yeah, today for this episode is the fact that we'll move on to the next stage in this game, which appears to be by the Forms of Catanana. So, and I believe their genre was nature. Okay, interesting. Hi, I'm Cat. My little sis, Anna, asked me to use my ninja cuteness to save Prince Mario in room 25. We think flowers and animals are neat, so we put them in our games. Alrighty then, because they obviously love cutie things and all that stuff though, so, and this takes place in my castle. Okie dokie then. Even though technically I'm still with Princess Peach of course, but regardless of such, I'm curious to see how this goes. Oh, this seems as kind of threatening though. Oh, he's gonna possess me! That's not good. Prince Mario must be saved. Now I believe depending if you ever type your name on the actual come challenge me. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, depending if you ever decide able to type your name on your actual profile, that basically it did say whatever names they show up. So for instance, I still got my name on the actual profile, so this means it's always going to be Mario's name, such as myself. So, oh, what's this? Ninja Girl, save me. So it feels like that Cat is on her job to able to save not only her little sister, but also me, like as in Prince Mario somehow. So she's traversing through different seasons in particular, like for instance summer, spring, autumn, well let's just say spring, autumn. I just get mixed up with all their seasons. Oh, wait a second. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. There you go. Oh, jeez. I always get confused about the forms of season cycles, so... Oh, looks like she's gonna be up for it. Come to me. And she's prepared for the battle. And she'll make her way to the top, in this case room 25, so yeah, very similar to the Forms of Dribble stage. Usually we need to make our way to 25 micro games basically, and just like in the Forms of Dribble stage, that some of these micro games that we already come across, such as for instance we actually stumbled across those familiar Wario micro games, specifically the ones in the introductioning stage. So yeah, you probably get the idea how this will go for the sake of the Forms of longish stages as far as this is concerned. So because of that though, and also eventually the game starts to get a little bit challenging and difficult now, mainly due to the fact that some of those micro games, specifically the Wario introductioning ones, managed to able to actually introduce into ourselves the level 2 variations of certain micro games or something like that. So yeah, anyway, a few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that today's day is of course the 29th of November today, in this case in 2021 today, and we naturally only got about 2 more days to go until specifically December is approaching. So because of that though, yeah, very pumped and also very excited as well. And in addition to that though, we also managed to able to get ourselves about I will classify for saying 10 days left until the game rewards is going to be on its way for 2021, specifically on 9th of December. So because of that though, I'm very curious to see what the game of the year is going to be, and also some of these occasional game announcements here and there, because I know for the fact that last year we did get something that is pretty cool, which is of course Sephiroth being the forms of in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah, that was actually an unexpected surprise back then, since it's been about a year ago already? Like, almost anyway, and especially noticeable you can able to actually either wait until when the actual day comes out, or get it early due to the actual Sephiroth challenge, which I did manage to do on the first attempt, on a very hard difficulty, and it took me less than 20 seconds, so mainly just due to the fact that he committed suicide, that he fell to his death, like, fall off to the platform by mistake, so... But anyway, a few things I want to explain while this is going. Basically though is the fact that, actually I'll get to more in a second, because one thing I do like about this stage is the fact that every single text, as you can see, in addition to those numbers, depending on what micro games you go into, they all say like Japanese character language. So that seems pretty cool though, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, obviously this is almost like China-esque kind of like theme to it though, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Although that it kind of does the same thing from the likes of until you know, WarioWare Smooth Moves, they managed able to introduce into ourselves another Chinese kind of character, and that's what appears to be by the forms of Young Cricket, as well as Master Mantis, or yeah, I think that's pretty assuming that's what that is. So yeah. Even though it has been a while since I actually did manage to play WarioWare Get It Together recently, so forgive me if I mispronunciation with his master's name, so... Anyway, so as soon as we're able to finish up with that boss micro game, which is pretty easy, all things considered, and then you make your way to room 25, and let's see if how Anna, or Cat, can able to actually deal the amount of damage to this particular monstrosity here. Although that Anna still got tied, so for that particular rope. What a brutal way to end it. Such strength. Well, true, because, you know, she's the only one can be able to deal the amount of stuff they all trying to threatening about. So yeah, the day is saved. So because of that though, thanks to Kat herself. Although mind you, except Anna, because she was trying to try her best to able to deal with this monstrosity, but unfortunately though, she got captured, so, but she's free now, so that's good. So of course those two will meet up at the forms of that familiar ice cream building. Just like the others are. So they're standing onto, or they're sitting rather, almost right onto that, well, I don't know what you call it that, but anyway. Prince Mario, you are the victor. Impressive. Of course, thanks Kat for able to comment on me, so... And of course, since we've actually completed this stage, so this means you're able to actually access to the next stage, which is Jimmy T again, but this time around though he got himself all in red kind of vibe to it, so... let's see here, I'm missing about 9 micro games, so... Yeah, we'll do the second run through, and hopefully we'll come across into even more micro games, but then if I'm missing something, then I'll able to do it as in the third run, and I somehow made a mistake right there. Mainly because I blame on the emulator inputs, so yeah, that seems kind of offsetting for my part, so... So anyway, a few things I want to explain for this point today, and that about the fact that one thing I forgot to mention about, especially noticeable that Maxi hasn't mentioned about this either for the sake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong Let's Play, that and also so applies to the forms of Mario Kart Arcade GP2 Let's Play that Maxi is also tackling through recently. That is the fact that yes, apparently out of nowhere, that recently Mario Golf Super Rush actually got themselves a free update again. And except this time around, it's gonna be 4.0.0. And what some of these things they added in this time? Well, quite a lot actually. Although, before you mention more about it, there's actually a game called Life is Strange True Colors. It's actually getting itself its final release date on the Switch. Although, the digital version's gonna come out first. Specifically, it's gonna be coming out until the 7th of December, so that'll be on Tuesday. So that'll be like, let's just say for about 8 days left for now. And the physical version's gonna be coming later until 2022 in February 25th. So, yeah, that might be something worth noting for the sake of that specific information. So, anyway, so that's pretty much as far as you can usually say about this. Oh, and also about the fact that there's actually a new Dragon Ball... I really can't speak for this point today, folks. I do apologize for that. Dragon Ball The Breakers game is actually going to be on its way to the Nintendo Switch. And, yeah, because I wasn't expecting to see that coming, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, I think relatively speaking, I'm more accustomed to the forms of the fighting Dragon Ball Z games, ranging from Budokai games, and especially noticeable for Budokai Tenkaichi games for sure. So maybe I have some bias when it comes to the forms of different genres, I suppose, but that's probably just me anyway. So anyway, so let's get into the forms of the actual specific topic for Mario Golf Super Rush, and as the forms of the new update they recently released, ever since about, well, let's just say a few days ago, specifically 5 days ago actually. So because of that, new characters they actually bring in, which are both newcomers by the way. That's what appears to be by the forms of Shy Guy and Wiggler, oddly enough, because we haven't had a Wiggler playable character ever since 10 years ago, since in Mario Kart 7. So because of that though, yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that coming, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, she's kind of an odd choice for a character for a spin-off, although, mind you, she was playable quite a few times during the forms in the past, specifically like I mentioned earlier, Mario Kart 7, and also applies to the forms of Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii, and I think that must be something else, but I always forget about the forms of other titles worth noting for, but yeah, that seems kind of a cool choice for that part. And also, as I mentioned earlier, Shy Guy is now a playable character on a Mario Golf game for the first time ever. So yeah, that seems pretty cool and optimistic at the same time. Although, disappointingly for some fans out there, is the fact that sadly no Diddy Kong or no Birdo being playable, which I don't get it. Why did they always never seem to able to actually just to, well, trying to able to actually make either Birdo or well, Diddy Kong become playable on certain spin-offs every nowadays, because, well, I even remember about that time where basically both Diddy Kong and Birdo never make it to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for its playable department, which I still have no idea why. They just tend to ignore it, but either way though, we'll find out until, God knows, until the next Mario Kart game should be on its way for Nintendo Switch at some point, but then again, we'll see what happens there. So, oh shoot. Oh well, there goes my second run. So yeah, I'm blasting all the way back. I just got pushed back. Oh well, no big deal, but at least we can able to see what specific micro games we're missing. We're missing 3, so yeah, speaking of 3, that'll be my third run through, so hold on a second for this point. Okay, so oh god, the controls are so weird on this. Okay, jump boy, jump! There we go. Alright. Ah, I messed this up. But, regardless of such, I only have 1 life, so, and I think I wasted it, so, yeah, as you can tell, I've managed to go up to 65 points. So, it's actually quite a good run, actually, despite having to do a lot of edits to do, so, Anyways, that's it for Cat and Outer Stage. It's pretty cool, especially noticeable about the fact that it gets like a cool theme music in the background. So let's move on to Jimmy T for the third time, but this time its genre is Remakes number 2. Check out this batch of Orbulon, Dr. Crygore, and Cat microgames and stuff like that. Get 20 cell messages. This time, practice these games on the game grid if you want, which we've already come across as that already, and of course like the forms of how it does it on the second Jimmy T stage, and that is the fact that if you manage to get up to 25 points, but it's not going to happen until whenever we do the second run through, then basically we're able to unlock something rewarding. So it could be a good thing to be able to noticing this. So as you can see, he now got himself his red hair, so along with the actual pink-ish cell phone. So yeah, that's kind of expected. So anyway, another thing they actually did added in with this new update for getting the God darn it, the actual flower part just managed to ignore me. Oh well, no big deal, but we'll take the actual loss of a life anyway, so anyway, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, yeah, they actually added in addition to these 2 newcomer characters in the Mario Golf game, but also they actually bring it in. Excuse me, I'm really sorry about this point, folks. They actually added in 2 new golf courses, which there are, Sheltop Century, and also All-Star Summit, which is actually, that particular stage alone, All-Star Summit, almost reminds me of a similar vibe, as in one of the courses from Mario Golf on the N64, and also Mario Star course from the likes of Mario Golf World Tour. So it's pretty cool to be able to actually bring that particular golf course like that return, but now in HD. So yeah, that seems pretty awesome and top notch. And yeah, that seems pretty cool. So yeah, there's not much to say about that. And also they added in a new mode, which appears to be buddy forms of Target Golf. Not exactly sure how that represents with that specific stuff though, even though I haven't tested it out for myself. Mainly because at the moment, I am basically busy able to play classic Mega Man games again, despite the fact that we've already did a Let's Play of those games already, if you want to check it out. And hopefully I'll play those on my own time again, but this time on the go, on my Nintendo Switch. So no need able to play on the, well, stuck on the PlayStation 4 system, because unfortunately I lost everything on my PS4 sadly. Although, I managed able to caught up for restoring for certain points or what have you, so at least that's that, except I do need to re-download my Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC again, so hopefully I could catch up on the Kingdom Hearts games again, so that seems kind of a bummer. So anyways, the actual boss micro game, pretty much exactly the same as the forms of the other 2 variations of Jimmy T stages, except now we are forced to play the level 3 variation of that micro game. So yeah, because we now need to deal with like, yeah, well we still have 3 hearts, whilst the actual main boxer just managed to able to got 5 hearts as opposed to 4 or 3. So yeah, once you make your way to 20 cell messages, then you're basically done. So isn't that supposed to be Wario? That's one hot rhythm. All clear, you're cool, man. But next up is Wario. Which, yes, after beating that stage, we're immediately able to unlock, in addition to able to unlock the next bonus game, which as you can see on screen that usually starts to flicker, we did manage to able to unlock the paper plane as the actual endurance minigame, so yeah, it's interesting, we can able to check it out until whenever we get into the extra videos. So of course, before we get into the final stage in the whole entire game, which appears to be Wario himself, we need to go back there again to do the second run, so that way we need to aim for 25 points or more. So that way we can able to unlock something else. So anyway, there's also another new mode they actually bring into Mario Golf Super Rush, and that's what appears to be 1-on, 1 putt, which I'm guessing it's more accurately like kind of a similar thing as the forms of how it does it in the putt challenge and stuff like that in the past games. Although, usually relatively speaking, the only thing they only played on is the two courses, which are New Donk City as well as Shelltop Century. Because obviously between those two courses, basically all the holes manage to feature, every single holes in those two courses actually do manage to contain a par of 3 in each and every single hole. So yeah, that's something yeah. And also they managed to able to get the special difficulty level that it actually requires you to able to, yeah, that's as far as I can try to describe it, even though I haven't played that much of Mario Golf Super Rush these days, mainly because, well, apparently that some people complain about the forms that they have to wait for a certain amount of days, thanks to the forms that have free update patches and stuff like that, which it can be, feels a bit pace-breaking at times, but regardless of anything else though, that's as far as I can say. Oh, and another thing I would like to mention, and that is the fact that, well, basically, that, usually they now display those medals, they now actually display them on the main menu. Like, I think there are about 5 medals in total. Like, I've already come across into one of them, which I've already got, and that's what appears to be complete the actual golf adventure already. So, at least that's something, I suppose. And also another one is the fact that we have to complete certain challenges and also get everyone else in max level for character points. And also I keep forgetting about another set of like medal achievements I have to get though, but then again though, it has been such a long while since I actually played, you know, Mario Golf Super Rush. So since well, 5 days ago. So because of that. Oh, and another thing I would like to mention about this as well, that, until tomorrow anyway, that, for those of you who lived in the UK, mind you that the American version of the Wii U has already become 9 years old by that time, but, for the UK version, well, basically, that particular system will become, 9 years old until tomorrow, so jeez, we've only got a year left until the Wii U is actually becoming a decade old, despite the Wii U is actually a massive flop, just like in the PlayStation Vita though, so because of that, actually kind of think about it, speaking of the PlayStation Vita, that I'm pursuing that particular system, at least in Japan, that is also getting its a decade old of release, specifically the 10th anniversary of that specific poorly received handheld, mainly because, well, I have no words to describe it, so. And also very similar to the forms of the second Jimmy T stage, basically, we don't get ourselves the actual, like, interrupting progress kind of thing like that, so just want to give you a heads up. So, yeah, now we actually got up to 25 points, so it doesn't really matter how much points I get at the end, so, at least assuming if I actually, like, lose a couple of times for certain micro games, so, yeah, some stuff like the actual, like, eating the apple or eating a banana is so easy, especially noticeable if button mashing is required, so. Alright, so we're on 30 points right now, so let's shake the actual dog's paws and stuff like that. So, oh dang, that is really difficult right there. Especially noticeable I didn't see that coming, so nice. We are on 33, oh jeez, I've actually lost track. Okay, there we go. I was wondering about the fact that where that specific the cat was, and oh, what the? Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'll take, how much points? Oh yeah, 34 males that I've got. So, and once you reach for about 25 points or more, then basically we get ourselves the next unlockable, which is Sheriff, which appears to be Wario's Sheriff. So, yeah, that should be exciting. So anyways, let's move on to the final station of the game. Wario, and his genre was anything goes. Mario, who knows how you got this far, but good luck getting through the rest. Open 25 files. There are all types of games in this Wario collection, and they are the best in the world. Okay, I'm up for it. Especially noticeable, this is the finale portion of this particular main story mode. So, let's see what it brings us to, I wonder. Well, obviously it takes place in WarioWare Inc., of course. And all the while, Wario was busy on his laptop and stuff like that. My games are the hardest yet. Okay, I'm up for the challenge. And he just tosses his laptop into the sky above. In fact, it's kind of similar to the forms of the actual jukebox radio box, except now Wario got transported into the laptop itself. So either way, let's begin. So I think this is easily one of the hardest stages in the game, mainly because it's the finale, obviously, and also every micro game, as you can tell, they are now on level 3. So because of that, though, well, some of them are. But some of these recognizable ones, specifically the introductory micro games, they are all level 3 variants. So, while some of them aren't, like some of them are in level 1 still, but for the majority of the introductory micro games sometimes, basically like they're all in level 3. So, oh, nice. And I believe, much like the forms of how it does it on the dribble stage, as well as Cat's stage, basically we need to reach up for about 25 micro games, basically. So, and sometimes it can be lengthy sometimes, so, but we'll go for it anyway, so. Oh jeez, that was a close one. So, I guess there's not much else to say, because, well, I've already explained quite a few bits and bobs here and there. Ah, darn it! Okay, whatever. Well, this is interesting. Excitebike. Huh. I thought about it. Well, there's me, but I didn't get any power-ups because Wario got it straightly after me. But oh well, no big deal, because we've already done Super Mario Land since, well, on August last year, so. Oh, it's gonna get much more faster and tough now, so, hopefully, we're pretty sure we've got this, so. Aw, oh, darn it. I was a little bit off for that timing right there, but oh well. Ooh, what a punch. Time to take down this aircraft, which we already did. Storm these Goombas again. And I'm pretty sure we're almost nearly at the end. So, as soon as we reach to 24, then we immediately on to, well, let's say the final boss in terms of WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania, or in some cases made in Wario in Japan, or Mega Micro Games, whatever you want to call it. So this appears to be Wario Adventure. So because of that, though, all you have to really do is basically you have to avoid certain stuff while riding on the skateboard on the first phase. Now we go on to the next phase where we have to force the able to go onto the actual jetpack, and then after a while you have to able to destroy those specific little weird circular objects, and after that you have to grab every single batteries on this part, because if you miss one of them it's unbeatable. So because of that, yeah, if you have enough speed, then you can bust out that particular block, and oh, we have ourselves a bit of a threat there, which kind of thing about it is almost like a red block thingy right there, and you have to use your boomerang in order to able to deal the damage on that particular red square thingy right there. So because of that, once you hit him about 3 times, then you would get yourselves a treasure which contains a golden garlic. And if you think this is over, well, it's not over yet, because we need to mash the A button quite a lot of times to able to, well, get away from that red boulder immediately. So because of that, though, if you mash the A button rapidly quite enough times, you would soonly complete the final micro boss game throughout the whole entire game. Or should I say the final boss micro game, I should say. So as soon as we complete that, well, we're basically done. WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania Story Mode. So, But of course, it's not exactly over yet, though, because we still got some extras to show off, so... Ah, ha, 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 ha! You did it! My masterpiece! And sure enough, you'll meet the others on that particular building for, I would say, the last time we're going to be seeing that specific screen. And because of that, everyone's here! Although Wario is being, like, somewhat greedy in the back. 3 weeks later. Gee, what could possibly go wrong, huh? This Wario game. Will it really sell? It'll be sold like millions! You greedy punk! Which he is! He is greedy! Like he always loves money and treasure. So he somehow got away. But where is he gonna get away from? Oh, I did not notice there was actually a rocket attached to it. Interesting. So, yeah, he just got away with the rocket and blasted off, but Dr. Krygor is basically gonna crash straight into it while he still swimming in midair somehow. So there goes the rocket, and I wonder what could possibly happen to Wario and Dr. Krygor. But no matter, then basically after when you finish the actual main story mode, as you can see on screen, we stumbled across a bit of a staff credits showing you the actual the characters' names, as well as the forms of some of the specific character voices in the background. So not much else around here, although it continues that tradition throughout the majority of the WarioWare games, obviously, which I don't know about the forms of Game & Wario though, or did it? Oh yeah, it did. So, as a result though, yeah, that's as far as I can usually try to say about the forms of, well, the actual final point of, well, WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania. So, and there's my name too, so, yeah, that's all that ends well, huh? Ah, there they are. I think they're still swimming, so, either way, I'm still a, yeah, you probably get the idea about that. I do apologize for that particular dialogue reading too late kind of scenario, so I do apologize for that. So, once you finish the final stage in the game, we immediately actually access to 2 remix towers and stuff like that, ranging from easy to total boss, but we'll show those in the next video. And also, we've actually come across into staff credits, so... But we'll show this off for last, for the sake of the forms of the convenience of showing you the rest of the extras. So, anyway, so I think I'm missing about, I think I'm missing 9 as well for those micro games. So, hopefully this will be the second run through of this particular stage. But if it doesn't go well enough, especially noticeable how this stage is by far the hardest in the game. So as a result, though, that hopefully, I'll do a massive lot of jump cuts if there are some micro games I'm missing. So, but yeah, that's just pretty much as far as I can say when it comes to the forms of this particular discussion at this point. Especially noticeable about the fact that, gee, I can't even believe that we've almost nearly at the end of this Let's Play so far. Although, mind you, we've already finished the story mode run through, whilst we still only got some extras to show off, such as, for instance, the actual, the versus games we can show off, as well as, 3 of those, mini games that are considerably BB classic games, as well as, well, endurance games, and, I suppose another thing is the, 2 special, spaces that we haven't exactly stumbled across to yet, but we'll discuss on that later, as soon as we're able to actually just well, you know what I mean, get every single micro games in this game actually offers us to, so not doing so bad anyway so far, despite I actually lost about 2 lives so far due to some of these. Oh! Okay, at least I've got my power up, but it doesn't count for the win, so... God, I still really hate that micro game so much! I hate it so much! Oh, this isn't good. I think we should probably just retry that, so... Ah, this isn't good. Especially noticeable about the fact that that particular dodging the ball kind of like micro game is impossible sometimes. So yeah, this is my third run through so far, but then, jeez, I think this might actually be the most run throughs I could have possibly able to go to. Specifically, could it be possibly be my fourth run through, assuming if I'm missing some of these micro games? Well, it could be possible though, it could be possible. Okay, so... something I just want to say, by the way, I do really like the actual motif with the, the actual screen on that particular stage itself, because you think you're actually going to be interacting with the actual laptop itself, while simply able to actually, like, you know, with the actual desktop is actually very similar to back in the 2000s, Windows computer and laptop desktop sometimes. Especially noticeable about the fact that with the actual blue line and everything, so, yeah, it does seems pretty cool, regardless, so... Oh, darn it, I think I had too much pressure on it, so... oh well. No big deal, no big deal. Alright, not doing too bad. But this certainly is a lot better than the, well, at least I'm hoping it'll be a lot better than the, my second run-through, because my second run-through is rubbish, and all things considered. Ah, darn it, I completely forgot we're on fast mode. Or just in this case, the speed-up segment, so... escape! Alright, time to squirt, but rather than squirting the actual drop into the eye, instead we have to... ah, darn it, I pressed it way too early. Okay, whatever. At least 20 points is a bit average, so... let's see what micro games we're missing. Oh god. I'm missing 5 of them? God! 4th run through, here we go. Alright. Oh, I'm competing against myself? And I lost? But, Wario won. Oh gosh. Ah, darn it, I messed it up. Oh gosh, we have to dodge those vegetables? Somehow? Time to crush this green apple. And time to do a thumb wrestle. Okay, so after quite a few minutes on that particular 4th run through, I have managed to able to get every single micro games throughout, not only for the final stage of the game, but also in the entire game itself. So as a result, as you can tell, we actually unlocked something a bit peculiarly special, which appears to be by the forms of the Pyro. So, I do apologize for that mispronunciation of that name, by the way, so forgive me if I botched it, so... but we'll show this off itself for last as well, so in this case, I think we should probably end things off here. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of WarioWare Inc., Mega Micro Games, and all that stuff. That is the fact that we'll show off the Remix Towers. So I think there are 4 of them in this game's case, so I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Later, fellas.